A Life of Meditation, February 24th, 2026. My cup overflows. Beloved friends, are you having a peaceful day? I hope that even in the midst of your busy, repetitive daily life, you can take a moment to catch your breath and have a precious time to reflect on what truly fills and enriches our lives. Today, I would like to share the story of missionary Paul Carlson, who was martyred while planting the love of Christ in the dark land of Congo, Africa, far away, in the middle of a jungle where heat, disease, and poverty never ceased. He took on the arduous medical mission work of soothing the wounds of countless natives, caring for more than 100 patients a day. One day, a person who saw how exhausted his complexion looked asked him, "Missionary, aren't you tired at all? If you overwork yourself like this, you will collapse soon. Shouldn't you rest a little?" To that question, missionary Carlson smiled softly and answered like this: "I do not feel tired because I always live very close to God. Rather, I live feeling rewarded and joyful every single moment." He was not looking at his physical limits or the difficulties of his environment, because he looked at God, the Good Shepherd who accompanied him and constantly supplied him with strength and comfort. He was able to minister with tireless passion. He continued to preach the word and care for patients, living each day faithfully. Then one day, he was tragically killed at the hands of rebels who suddenly stormed Inchi. While sharing the gospel, he ultimately gave his life and walked the path of martyrdom. People grieved deeply as they recovered his body. However, a small Bible was found in the pocket of his worn clothes. When they opened the Bible with trembling hands, one short and concise word was written in his handwriting on the first page: "Peace." That is right. Although he fought fiercely into the worst conditions, the dark continent, the sweltering heat of the jungle, poverty and disease, pieces which no one could take away, flowed like a river within him. Even though his life on this earth ended in martyrdom, because he fully believed that Jehovah God was his good shepherd, he lived a life of spiritual abundance where he could confess, "My cup overflows," into any situation. Beloved friends, what is our cup filled with today? Is it still empty with the worries and anxieties of the world and an unquenchable thirst? Today, we have Jehovah God, the Good Shepherd who guides me, the true Comforter who consoles me, and the one who prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Only when we welcome this great God as the Lord of our lives and follow behind him will our lives experience the blessing of the overflowing cup that missionary Paul Carlson enjoyed. Today, as you live a life that fulfills God's will, I earnestly bless that the cup of your life will overflow with God's grace and peace. Meditation and application. The first point of meditation is, what is the driving force that fills the cup of my life? Missionary Paul Carlson gained unceasing strength and reward from a life of walking closely with God. What do we rely on as we live our days? Is it my physical strength, wealth, or the recognition of people? Or is it God who gives new strength every day? The things of the world dry up quickly, but when we rely on God, who is our good shepherd, our cup will overflow with grace that never runs dry. The second point of meditation is, do I have an unshakable peace within me? Even into the most extreme situations, peace was inscribed into the Bible, into missionary Carlson's pocket. Even if fierce waves rise and storms rage into my life, if we believe that the Lord is my good shepherd, we can enjoy true peace that the world cannot give. Today, looking at God who is greater than my circumstances, let's take a time of prayer to seek the peace that is within him.